Alright, match 1, Monday the 1st of May. Gonna start it out on the new map Hanamura. We've got two newcomers, Yarn and Rail, both of them on the same team. Yarn's MMR is somewhere in the vicinity of Giga Eons. Just below Nitro, just above Bled Out, I think. And Rails is more in the vicinity of Sea Grunter. Blue ban, Pointy banning, I'd say his best bet, his safest bet is to get Lunara away from Lunara from Micro. Micro performs about 3 times better on Lunara than she does on any other character. Lucio ban. Oh, and Aussies just came online. So Fenix doing the banning for hashtag Team Fenix. Jojo, safe ban against Celio. I personally probably would have gone, yep, Rhaegar. Fur's best character is by far Rhaegar. He's excellent with the ancestral healing ulti, and he's also quite aggressive with Rhaegar's attacks. Claymore on Dahaka probably would have been another good ban. Ardra with Lili is an excellent pick. She plays a very solid Lili, known to 1v1 Jainers. Fenix with the Artenis. I'm surprised he didn't go ETC. Okay, Claymore and Tyrande is an interesting pick because considering they've already got Rhaegar on Furs. Muradin on Celio, I think he's been practicing him a little bit recently. It means we're going to have Pointy and BFG on the damage dealers, which will be interesting because BFG is not a natural damage dealer. But they do have 2 healers, so it could come in handy. No ban for Fenix? No, there we go, Chromie. Probably not worst choice ever. I have seen BFG play Chromie before. There is a strategy you can do with Tyrande and Reyna if one of them plays it, where they alternate between lanes and collect all of the minion kills in the vicinity each, both to level up their seasoned marksman. But not many people do that. It's pretty rare to find. So we might see who the new guys are picking any second now. At least one of them. Micro still has Lunara available. I don't see why she doesn't pick her. Oh, Zagara, okay. Alright, that could be quite devastating. Okay, is this a troll pick? I better just check this. Alright, no, he wants to play it.
Ready for duty.
Okay, rail on Zaya. Yarn is their only damage dealer, but in return, Kael'thas is blue team's only damage dealer. Alarak is a very, very strong counter for Kael'thas. Artanis and Zaya can both deal a decent amount of damage in a desperate time. Zagara can ulti all right if she gets a good more off, but I don't see how that's going to work on this map. I think the weakest pick on this map was probably Tyrande, followed by maybe Zagara as well. I don't know what Zagara's going to do on this map, to be honest. Unless she just goes mega push, she could get 4 potential missiles onto one cart, but they're still going to have to deliver 3 after that, or on top of the tower. I've got a feeling Pointy knows something that we don't know. I think he's got a plan for killing the boss, maybe. 1/7 of the core damage per boss kill, so it's possible.
Battle commences in
Check out that map.
10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Commence operations.
Cheese build, going to run directly into micro. One thing you never do if you're going the solo laner is walk right out the gate all on your little lonesome. Go out to see what's going on. Oh, I can't see anyone on the map. Might just suss out whether or not all 5 of them are waiting for me. She didn't go too far though, so she's pretty safe. Okay, that's their plan, to destroy that. Interesting. They're going to miss out on a lot of experience while this happens. She just took the living bomb onto her own creep tumor, so that was a bit of a fail. Oh, BFG's in serious trouble. He's gonna die. No. Oh, yes, he is. Yeah, he died. Claymore? Claymore gonna live? Definitely forcing Micro out of there. Red team's not going to get the experience edge while she's not in range. She should just go back and get her health replenished. Standing around like that means she's just going to, as soon as they decide to kill her, they'll kill her. Oh. Yep, she's finally going back. Red team has pushed just as strongly. They do have an experience edge.
Payload deployment beginning for both teams.
Zagara, of course, leading the hero damage at the moment. I would love to have seen a Gul'dan down there. Unfortunately, Micro can't play Gul'dan, but that would have definitely hurt them while they were standing at the gate. Or a Chromie? They banned Chromie. I think Red Team banned Chromie.
Payloads deployed.
They could just grab this guy while they were waiting. They only need 3 of them to push the turret. The cart, I should say. Red Team completely neglecting their cart. Micro, of course, just pushing the lane like nothing's going on. Blue Team's not going to miss any experience. They're going to get all the experience for those minions. Red Team's come down to defend just now. Way too late. Way too late. They need to contest it. Just walk right up to the cart and it will stop moving. There we go. Rel with a very good block there. He's going to spread the living bong to Ardra though. There we go. She's going to spread it back to him. No, she's going to spread it to... No. They don't have infinite bombs yet. That must be what it is. Celio's not going to win against an Artanis. Not as a Muradin. Oh, just spread that bomb, you guys. So Red's got their 2 shots off. Artanis winning up top against Muradin, as expected. BFG is out of mana. He's not going to be able to deal any more damage. Don't spread the bomb. Don't spread the bomb. Fenix is definitely holding on to that turret. Not going to be able to do it any longer though. There we go. Yeah, I'm getting separated. Don't know if anybody else has noticed, but there is a turret just sitting down there waiting to be picked up. I'm pretty sure Artanis dropped it. Fenix. Red team's not going to be able to hold there much longer. They're going to contest. Marco standing in the middle of that circle. Fenix engaging hard. Once Yarn comes in, blue team will be forced out. They cannot hold that damage back. Rail doing a decent job of stopping that turret on his own. Yarn's going to be able to catch up here. Put some hurt out. Fenix in. The healer's in. Shield boosts from Rail are in. They're in trouble. Blue team's forced out for sure. Oh, BFG's going to try for it. Yeah, Kael'thas definitely struggles against a good Alarak player. Yarn going in first. I think that's his mistake. He does have the shields from Xayah, but Xayah or Artanis at least should go in first every occasion. No point casting the dragons there. They know where everyone is. Oh, excellent CC there from Yarn. Fenix is normally pretty brave. I think he's been a little bit shy in that team fight there. If he had had a bit more guts and been out the front for more of that time, he would have performed a bit better. The whole team would have got a couple of kills, I'd say. Yep. There is not one single character on the blue team which can 1v1 Alarak. 2 of them might be able to do it. They are very low on mana though. They're not going to be able to keep the healing up. He's just going to keep picking at him. Keep hurting him. Yeah, Micro's in to add a little bit of damage. See how he walks away from Micro so she doesn't catch the bomb off him? It's the sign of an experienced player as opposed to everyone else on his team who's just been readily spreading it like AIDS. Red team meanwhile. Yep, that Maul was completely useless. The Lily ulti, however, performing much better. They are forcing these guys out well and truly. Fenix has come in, standing up the front now like a good little tennis. Spreading the bomb to Ardra, who's going to spread it to... No, he doesn't have infinite bombs yet. Is that a level 20 skill or something? Boom. GG. So Fenix did leave that cart behind to come up and help. I think it was the right call, but they need to hurry back and grab it before it sinks too far backwards. They could even grab a boss if they wanted to. Yep, they're totally neglecting that cart while Furs is getting his happening. Now, after all that time and all that carnage, blue team is pushing both carts. Red team is just started pushing one. They're not gonna be able to stop this. If any of the red team, okay, it's Micro. If she even tries to take these guys on 3v1, she's dreaming. Yep. Red finally going to get that cart in there. That's where Zagara should have gone. She should have carried that cart around. Left our tennis to actually fight. Lily getting caught out a little bit here. She's she could kill BFG if he's not careful. There we go. 2v1 Ardra. They're not going to be happy with that at all. There we go, Micro doing the right thing this time, grabbing that thing while her combative teammates perform the combat. Oh, the CC on Yarn is spectacular. You don't see Alarax use the CC quite that well normally. They save it for an elongated attack process. He's using it left, right, and center. Unfortunately, 4v5, red team is starting to drop. It was the right decision to do it that way, though. They just didn't come out on top. It was unfortunate. Micro getting a pick off there on Claymore. Two turrets, one there, one there. You can actually put the turrets on top of your little cart if you want to. Celio, very brave, trying to kill a Lily on his own with no mana. Oh, misses the silence. He might be able to leap away. No, he's not going to get far enough. Furs, probably the only one in blue team paying enough attention to the carts in this matchup. Fenix typing salt into the chat. They're 2v1. Well, he's the only one who's going to be salty now. Yarn is going to be able to deliver that. I highly doubt they'll stop him in time. No, Pointy's going to get there. He needs backup though. No backup. Again, you can see the experience shining out in Yarn there. He sees, you know, more than two enemies and he just walks away. He doesn't just stand there or walk into them, he walks away. Oh, that stun hitting just after the silence. Otherwise, Alarak would have gone down for sure. Now he's got the shield from... Ooh, that's... Wow. Again, the experience shining through. Casting his ulti, not damaging anyone, as far as I know, just to absorb the Pyroblast from BFG. Fenix in there nice and deep. Walking away though. Shouldn't be walking away. You're the tank, mate. Stay at the front. That's better. Everyone performs better when the tank's at the front. Oh, excellent double swap there. Excellent, excellent double swap. Micro forcing this through. If she does take down that fort, yeah, they know what they're doing. If they take down that fort, the next cart delivery will be GG. They have the numbers, they may as well. While they're here, they should attack that. While they're here, no, they're going to run. They're just going to go for that. Okay, so someone's got left behind, copped a stun. Now they're not going to be 5v5 anymore, they're going to be 4v5. That cart is going to make it all the way to the end for free, and the score will be even. Spread that living bomb. There we go. Spread it to 2 other people. Ardra might spread it back. No. Oh, excellent silence. Excellent silence. Red team now has the numbers. But, to be fair, it's because CeeLo was pushing a cart. So they are going to get a point. They're going to make the score even. But for the next 20 seconds, and if Claymore dies, more importantly, red team is going to be able to push their cart quite freely. Fenix must have stood his character still for another few seconds to type some tombstones out. These two just making sure to stall these guys. Plan that's working 100%. 100% that's worked. Celio, the only one on blue team who actually made a conscious effort to stop that cart from going in there, because that is what's going to lose them the game. Okay, I would say by stats and probably by solid gameplay, I'd normally give that to Yarn on Alarak. Easily most hero damage in the game. 20% higher than the enemy team's damage dealer. Considerably less deaths, more kills. What else have we got here? I do think Micro, although she made a few mistakes throughout the game, I think at the start, holding against that 5-man push gave them a slightly advantageous lead early on. They did have a solid half a level of experience lead, which meant they got every talent thereafter a little bit before the blue team. So I think that helped. I think if she hadn't been Zagara in that case, it could have been worse. So a pick which I thought was bad at the start worked out for her incidentally. But overall, I mean, you can't not give Ardra MVP on that. The only person who didn't die, she got as many kills, more kills than anyone on the opposite team. As many kills as Alarak. The only person who outdid it was Zagara. I do believe. Yeah, she was there for nearly every kill, 20 out of 23. And for the 2v1. The 2v1 sells me on that one. Totally 100%.
Sucker joining it.
Oh no, he's has he quit HOTS? He has, he's left. Alright, let's get this going. Well, that last game was interesting.
Was that? Who won?
Hashtag team Fenix was
Mhm.
victorious, but yeah, I originally thought the Zagara pick was going to go very badly for him, but then Pointy picked out a triple healer team, triple healer or quadruple healer, and he
Yeah.
tried to 5-man a fort down really quickly. But because they had Zagara, she was able to sort of sit around and pop out minions and stuff like that and hold them off. And so her team with 4 players took a fort as quickly as their team with 5 players. But in the end, Ardra as Lily, I mean, should have been the sole concern of damage focus for Pointy's team, but she wasn't. She had 0 deaths, and she managed to 2v1 Furs and Celio at one point as Lily. 2v1'd them and got a
I
kill.
bet that hurt. Hit to the ego.
Oh mate, Ryan would be wetting himself. Lucio banned again. Lucio was the first one banned last match. Pointy obviously not a fan. Well, them's the breaks, isn't it? You ban Lucio again, and Ardra picks Lily again. So, I mean, good work, Pointy. We'll see how he deals with this.
I'd rather get Lucio out than Lily, to be honest.
Well, we don't know who plays Lucio on the red team. Rail might,
True.
but even Yarn might. But Yarn, being their best
2
player,
wild
is probably
cards.
going to be the damage dealer. Okay, so tank heavy team by the look of it here. I'd say Fenix should probably grab ETC before they ban him out. Celio hasn't picked as well. Something worth noting. I'd say a Jojo or a Muradin's probably on the cards.
I don't think so. They've already got 2 warriors. Unless he's going for another cheese comp.
I wouldn't put it past him. I'd be picking my tank now.
He went with 3 healers because
There we
the
go.
other day we had a 5-man quick match and I did auto select and I ended up getting another healer and we won somehow. So obviously we declared it the new meta and he's attempted it in his house and failed utterly, obviously.
Yeah, it did not work well for him. I even questioned him when they picked the 3rd healer. I sent him a message just to make sure they didn't mispick because we could have repicked at that stage. He was like, nope. Li Ming ban. I don't know why they would have banned Li Ming there. Who was that against?
Rail, potentially. Does Phoenix even play Leeming?
Fenix doesn't, and Fenix is the only one who has... Oh, Fenix and Yarn are the only ones who have played with Rail. No one on the blue team, in my opinion, had any reason to ban Li Ming there. Micro had already picked, and Claymore's the only other person I ever see play.
They probably were at a loss at what to ban, so they just thought Leeming is always a pretty solid pick. Get rid of that.
Maybe, yeah. I think the Brightwing ban is a wise choice. Brightwing pretty good with Sonya and Artenis. And they haven't picked a healer yet, so always good to get that out of the way.
Yeah,
There we go, triple tank.
The
Yeah.
triple warrior, interesting.
So why didn't they ban Tychus? I mean, or Oriel. I don't think that is their best decision. Oriel's
No.
healing depends largely on the damage they're dealing,
Yeah.
and yeah.
Even picking up that damage taken, you don't get enough, and she scales really late in the game. And you need that heavy hitter to go with it.
They do have a bit of chase though, which is good. All 3 of those
They've
tanks can
got
catch
a lot
the
of
arrow.
chase. They'll probably there we go. The Tigers pick. They're in trouble, though. They don't have incredibly large health pools, but they've still got a decent amount.
Anubarak's got a pretty decent health pool. Tychus, although his what is it called? A trait in the
Anubarak
D?
doesn't actually.
Doesn't he?
Valera has more health than Anubarak.
No way.
Yeah.
You're kidding me.
No.
Sylvanas for a bit of lane push. Also, probably to disable towers if they want to dive.
Yeah.
Tychus.
Silence is always
one of
comes
his-
in handy.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Or
One of Tychus'
Shimako mind
advantages is
control
the
and
ability to
spring
shoot
Tychus.
while walking with his Q. So that's yeah, mind control could work as well. Cursed Hollow. Yeah, I suspect heavy tower pushing from #Team Pointy. I'm
You might
surprised
even
they
see
didn't take
a top or bot sneaky push at the start with Sylvanas.
Yeah, maybe. Anubarak's Beetles will absorb a lot of tower shots as well. Always comes in handy.
They've gone a purple theme, obviously.
Yeah. We all know that the team that colour coordinates better plays better.
That's true.
They've both? No, not really.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let the battle begin.
Alright, they're going straight mid. Looks like we'll see a clash in mid. Yep, there's the pretty call. Pointy's in trouble. He went in deep.
That was,
He's got Leoric
that
on
was very aggressive. 5v3 and they lost. That's pretty. Yep.
Pretty telling.
Whoa!
Leoric pick. Fenix managing to escape that lead. Leoric coming up between three of them.
You could really see a lot of experience play in Yarn last match. He played Alarak, and he was using his ulti to block Pyroblast. He was using the CC instead of part of the combo for killing. He was using it to like funnel enemies into little spaces where they couldn't get out. It's very solid Alarak play. Claymore is by herself down bot. She's used all her mana though. Don't know how that's.
In trouble here.
Yeah. Oh, the stun!
Got the
Yes,
stun,
there
and
we
she's
go.
dead.
Boom.
You've got to be very careful in the early laning phase not to blow your mana just on creeps. You
Absolutely,
need to
yeah.
save some for escape.
A lot of people forget that her auto attack can be spread out between two minions as well as her Q to pretty much shut down half the lane damage of the minions.
Well, you're not going to get a lot of push at the beginning anyway. Unless you got a like, if you're solo lane, you're not going to get you're not going to achieve a lot.
You don't, but I mean the minions themselves do more damage than a normal hero. So if you're disabling the archers of the minion wave, your own minions will push through.
We'll see. Yep, the tribute coming up in a second. Claymore's back full mana, obviously. We want to see BFG come down. He's on next to no mana. It's an issue. Yarn's half health. Pointy's hiding the bushes. Split targeting both the warriors at the moment. Both of them are low.
Claymore is going to get that unless Micro manages to... No, not in time.
Blue team managing to secure the tribute, even though it was a 4v5.
I think it was 5v5, they just lost someone.
No, BFG still on his way.
Oh, he
down
wasn't there?
from top. No, he did not reach the tribute yet.
Marco going for a Siege Lunara tactic.
Gather tributes
Pointy should have nothing to do up there. Lunara is more than capable of keeping him constantly bleeding as long as he's within XP range.
Yeah, he can't really do much to that. They were saying that they have 3 melee characters. Pointy coming in behind. He's going to go for Ardra.
Yep.
He's on his own though.
Yeah, I'm providing an
Blue team
excellent
getting
stall
some
there
death.
for 4 people. There's no reason to try and take that while the enemy team's around. They're just going to shoot you for free.
It can be good if you're trying to bait like a stun or something and you know what's coming. You can force them to waste it.
Yes,
if
that's
it's
true.
around your
That's a
means
tactic.
of hitting you.
So that whole time, blue team was using 2, 3, or 4 people to take out Yarn, but red team managed to get no kills during that same time period and not get the tribute. So it was a big time waster there.
Leoric back up, Fur's in trouble. Celia not with his damage
just standing around,
dealers.
just waiting for them to work up some courage to attack.
BFG's in trouble, they've split. He doesn't have his healer with him anymore.
Good grenade.
Red team securing the tribute and just ahead in XP. Pretty even on the damage front. Red team a bit more, but I think it's a bit more focused on the red team. They're picking their targets and they're dropping, while blue teams they're kind of all over the place, or they're aiming tanks.
One thing you've got to be wary of facing against a Sylvanas is when you're running back to your towers, if you get the poison dagger thrown on you, it will shut down the towers if you get too close to them.
Yeah.
So sometimes running backwards is your worst option. She had to in that case, otherwise she would have died. Yeah, Furs is imagining things if he thinks he can deal blow for blow damage against a Leoric with a Lily next to him. He should have just walked directly back towards his gate and straight through it instead of standing around.
I don't know if you heard, but Furs is the best Sonya AU, so...
I've heard people say it. I think they're full of shit.
Red team nice and grouped here. If only we had a silencing arrow. Next level maybe. Blue team, they're not together. Red team all on about half health though. They're not going to be able to secure that tribute.
Something I just noticed with Skeleton King there, Leoric. Once a Nubarak gets out of his melee range, he turns around and walks away. He doesn't spend precious seconds chasing after a character who he knows is faster than him.
I've noticed he tries to get around other characters as well. Gets his slow off, and then he tries to body
Yeah,
block.
and then exactly.
When he has a health.
Good combination of lifesteal and armor there as well. He's going to come out of this fight with
Got
more health than he started with.
But in trouble. Don't have level 10 yet. He's got the heal on all 3 of them though. They might secure a kill. Phoenix going
Phoenix
back
shouldn't
in
have
for
walked back
some
in there.
reason. Oh, first just surviving the grenade. Yarn's coming down to try and secure the kill. He doesn't
Oh,
want
he
it, but
misses the
BFG's
lifesteal. He's not going
found
to
him in
engage
the
without
bush.
it.
That tribute's coming up the top.
Yeah,
All
red
the
team's
blue
got
team's
all the players
focused on
though.
bottom though. They need to get up to that tribute. Red team about to secure that curse. Only the healer up there. And he's in trouble.
Unacceptable. You shall know my curse.
Blue team's really struggling to get to these objectives in time. You really just have to bail on whatever you're doing. Unless what you're doing is going to get an advantage in the fight. Like you're going to pick someone off.
It's got to be worth
and
a tribute.
it's an even trade. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're giving up a tribute, it should be for something that's as valuable.
Red team getting that easy push. Focusing on mid at the moment. Cilio's there by himself, a bit close. He's in trouble. I don't think he has his ult.
No, he used it before
5
against
seconds
Marco
off.
and Lele.
BFG coming in behind. I don't know if it's greatest choice positioning wise. He drops to 4 of them. Claymore also coming in behind. They're just coming in one by one, getting picked off.
Sylvanas can come in from behind if she casts her haunting wave through the fence before she engages, as a mechanism of disengage. But I think she casted it straight into the middle of them.
They've got a knockback and a stun, so red team doesn't have a heap of lockdown. But still, it's a risky maneuver to do by yourself. Red team starting to pull ahead. It's 4 kills to 16.
That's a wasted ulti.
Blue team committing, but they're in trouble. We've got Lily Oracle from the healer. To a red team going down. Blue team just surviving. Pointy's in trouble. Sylvanas also dropping 2 for 2. Micro out of mana, but BFG going for the swap. Are they going to be able to secure that kill? Yes, they are.
I'm a massive fan of Yarn's Leoric play here. If you noticed at the start of that fight, he engaged, made sure he was taking most of the focus fire, and activated his damage reduction and his lifesteal at the same time, and just walked around in a circle, making sure he took all the damage he possibly could.
And Pointy was waiting for that stun, and he went early because he thought he was going to pop out of the Ghost War. Questionable teleport position here. BFG possibly could have capitalized on that.
Oh,
he got a good swap
snag
off.
on
Fenix is in trouble. He's popped the avatar.
He should use his jump over a wall, not in the direction he's running. It was okay. There are 2 characters on the blue team that are faster than him, though. Oh, another swap. Taking Lily with him, yeah.
Possibly a 3rd. Can they get a 4th? Fur's in trouble. He needs to hit something. Micro wants him. Blue team split. Micro's still there. She can see Pointy coming up behind her.
That's very brave. That's very brave.
Fur's in trouble though.
He goes down. That's definitely not worth it. If you're a higher level... Oh, wait. Which team's Micro on? Red team. You're the higher level, they get more XP for the kill. And you're dead for longer as well. You'll notice Sonya died like 5 seconds later. Same cooldown on a respawn. Some good backup from Fenix there.
Yarn dropping. Fenix the only one left.
Just too many of them.
Lily to the rescue. Are we going to see a swap from BFG?
We'll see something, I'd say. Red team far too split at the moment. Blue team's just 5v1ing them constantly.
Oh, misses and swap. Don't think they'll be able to catch her. Fenix managing to escape notice on his low health. Yarn reviving amongst all of them. He's going for it. Red team converging on it. Seeing the silence arrow, it doesn't hit anyone.
If this is intentional, it's a great stall tactic. They are going to get the healer by the looks of it. They might even cause some more damage, but most importantly, they're keeping them all away from the tribute there. Is Rail going to get it in time, though? I don't think he will.
He will. Ringo getting the spear off in time. He's gone Wrath. He's not a fan of the jump stump.
At level 20, it gets quite a buff, though.
Very good for locking down heroes, though. Red team does have 2 people that can escape.
Claymore should just leap over and not leap back right here.
She
So
keeps
she can get on
flinging
the
the
right
wave
side.
back
There
at
we
them.
go.
Got the Artan Assault. Might be too little too late though. Red team all half health, but blue team's down 2 already. About to be down 3 potentially. Cilio, no energy whatsoever. Claymore's in trouble. There she goes. First managing to secure 2 of the red team. Raft is very powerful.
It is. I think a little bit of a counter to it is stun ability, knockback ability, slow ability. Keep your distance and just shoot her down. She's not tanky if she can't hit anything. But red team's not doing a great job of that.
They kind of keep him grouped. He's able to get that heal off.
They started on that boss and then they bailed for the tribute. Probably the right call. It is 2-1. They can always get the boss later if they want. If they've got map vision on blue team, which they do. They've got vision on 3 of them right now.
Furs also picked up that extra shield on Sonya.
Blue team's going to do their boss. And now they've got vision of the red team. Micro should send the wisp, not herself. There we go.
Blue team securing that boss. Red team about to secure that top one. But they're pretty low. They don't really have a tank. Yarn, way too close to that boss. Some abilities take you closer to the center of the boss, and the boss will hit whoever is the closest target. So you have to be really careful. Sometimes you can kind of inch back and still get your melee attacks off if you're a melee character.
Pointy doing the bait capture there. You
But
notice
excellent swap on Lily. No one's there to capitalize though. Fur's trying to secure the tribute. Fenix doesn't like that and stuns him. Red team's a bit all over the place here. Blue team nice and
far too scattered. Micro needs to be shooting somebody. Yep. By the time she fired a shot, she was the only one left.
She's essentially one of the 2 main damage dealers on our team.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tychus, extra buffed damage from the 3 warriors in blue, but Lunara should be constantly chipping away.
Oh wow, he got a kill out of that. And he's going to live. Oh my god. Yep, red team let themselves down there. They had a good engage ability, but they just did it all wrong, unfortunately. I think Leoric correctly soaked plenty of damage at the start there, but his teammates just didn't jump in and commit. Tychus was firing from a distance. He was able to with the Thor or the Odin or whatever it is.
I think we're going to see a drastic increase in blue's damage now that they've hit 20. They're a bit all over the place right now. Fur's bailing on the fight. The other 2 stayed a little too long though. Red team all up now.
And red team's going to get 20 out of this as well.
Blue team out on top though. They've got Arax on 2 lanes. The red teams.
Let the curse end until someone wins my favor once more.
This will be interesting. Good swap out there from BFG.
They need to get out of there. Red team's converging on them. Really good blind happening. BFG may be in trouble. Lunara chasing the Sonya.
I don't know why she went that way. They can't get a kill without some damage.
That's the weirdest swap.
I don't know why she's worried about these mercs. They will get killed by the core without even taking its shield down.
Yeah.
She could have secured a second kill there.
And a chasing ability.
They can always be back if they have to, if there's a build-up of catapults. So Artanis another 30 seconds in heaven, and she's lost half of her health to the minions as well. Now she's useless in a fight. I think that was some really bad decision making. They could converge on this guy right now.
First thing he's baiting is gone for the ult and Whirlwind. We've got the stun on him.
Yeah, and you'll notice Micro now.
Cilio coming in. Cilio popping that heal, but it's not enough. He's already back at full energy. He needs to use that more often. Good dash from Pointy, but Fenix might. I got 100 HP each.
Shall we see who gathers enough tribute this time?
BFG on his way down. Fenix went
Good chasing leap there from Fenix.
BFG can't achieve anything here. He should just leave.
Another thing I just noticed with Yarn, it's good to see someone with so many games under their belt. When they were chasing Pointy, he didn't chase the character directly. He went to move around the bush, which he assumed Pointy would try and tunnel under. He did in the end, and Muradin caught him anyway. But it's always good to see someone applying tactics like that. So now with the curse, those catapults will die to a single arrow from the minion wave, so they don't need to worry at all.
Don's in trouble. They want him. We're going to see the dash in a sec. Yarn going up to Fenix. Rail taking the pressure off him. They've gone to Claymore from behind. Yarn getting a bit of heal off. Lily coming in with the ult.
Oh, look at that trap!
Block. That is perfect.
That is, I can't get over this. This is very entertaining.
That's an excellent ult. 5 seconds left. They're going to go for boss, while blue team has to defend. It's much more effective going for boss at the end when the pressure's on the other team. You still have that time, and you don't waste that minute or so doing boss when you should be pushing with the curse.
They're going to go grab the other boss, send it to the core. I would have stuck with the bottom one to try and secure the keep before heading to the other.
They already have top. They're not going to gain much from pushing the boss through there. But they can deny blue from getting it, and they do apply a bit more pressure. But they could have got an extra keep and countered that bottom right. It is a close game, regardless of the kill tally.
Okay, they're going to go for a push to win here. Unfortunately, I don't think they're going to outpace the Merc camp and the catapults going down mid lane. They're going to have to bail.
Yeah, I'm getting swapped. He hasn't ghost formed yet. He's going to die. Oh, the heal from Lily and the life drain. Manages to keep him afloat. He does drop finally though. Red team all on about half health. Fenix is in very deep. Two so far. Boss pushing in that core. Tributes coming up, but no team can really benefit from it.
This is a base race.
Catters haven't quite got to the red core yet. Red team still hitting that blue. Looks like it's going to be a red win.
Oh, it was close though.
If only they had some assassins to damage the boss.
All right. I think MVP is pretty obvious. To me, it is.
Looking through the stats, everyone had a relatively high death count except for Rail. He was pretty well positioned most of the time. Yarn was excellent positioning as a tank. He was soaking up that damage. The deaths are a lot more excusable on Illyric. He's not as out of action for as long. He got those excellent ultimates off. He secured the red team so many kills. Honorable mention to Furs on Sonya. He topped 4 stats, but
Yep.
he was playing for MVP, so I'm going to have to disqualify him for that.
He topped the 4 stats for his team. He didn't top
Yes.
any stat for the match.
But I do think Jan deserves that. He was the frontline red team needed, and he secured a lot of kills. Your thoughts?
Yep, I agree with the positioning for Rail. I think he had some great positioning there. A couple of those fights, he was really, really out of harm's way, but it didn't prevent him from dealing damage. I think he used a grenade to save a couple of lives a few times there. He did deal the most damage in the entire match. Excuse me, in both hero damage and siege damage, I believe, if I got that right. Yes. Most XP contribution for the entire match, and least deaths for the entire match. He was there for 31 of their team's takedowns. So even though he didn't get the most kills in the match, he was almost the most. Okay, so Ardra had 31 as well. Fenix had 31 and Lyoric had 35. Yeah.
Getting in there and swinging.
He was. Look, I really do think, Jan had plenty of deaths, the most on his team. It is a Leoric. Deaths are much more acceptable on a Leoric. And he died doing his job. I mean, look at the amount he tanked. And a lot of the time, you'd see him take a lot of damage, do a lot of lifesteal, distract a lot of people, stall a lot of people, and then die. And then by the end of the fight, he was respawning in the middle of a weakened team and started dropping them.
Yeah.
I think it worked really, really well. And that ulti through the wall, trapping 2 people in the
I
middle.
was playing the game.
Yeah, I was playing the game easy. So I'm happy to go for Yarn on that.
Yep, yeah.
He played a really good game last game as well, but I gave it to Ardra.